It is positive on the 4 hours. The strategy is the same and should be working. This is the 4 hours. The strategy remains the same, and we could be working properly by simply buying, so long as we have these momentum pictures, the pivot level every day and S1 below the pivot level. When we say buy pivot level and S1, you could consider to actually buy half size at the pivot, half size at F1, SS1. If you had bought, of course, pivot level today already in, we would take profit at R1. That one is showing here. All right. If you're not comfortable on the next, but you're having a tweezer, so long as the momentum picture is correct, you should be comfortable. There should be no problem. I don't really think there's any problem. We'll simply take profit at R1, even let the trade on through the night. If you have half size, if you're a bit conservative or a bit uncomfortable, it's always half size at pivot, half size at S1, or 50% below S1. If you break the pivot, you're going to break S1, and break S1, it's usually 50% or 38.2% below that half size. You always take profit towards the end of the day at R1. This is R1 here. Yesterday, I believe whatever we had bought at the pivot and S1 hit target, so we're just redoing the position today. We keep redoing the position so long as we're having positive momentum again on the 1 hour and 4 hour charts, and so long as we have not yet attained this target. You're looking at that neckline, 3,400, at least 3,400. Maybe you get a spike higher to 3,500 plus, and if the momentum picture is correct, we can actually go to 3,500 and 3,600. Remember these projections. We have 3,500 in this week, and this is actually 3,600, 598, and you even have on the longer monthly projections much more lucrative targets. All right, so I believe that brings us to an end of issues. We'll do a very detailed technical picture again for both Ethereum and Bitcoin tomorrow, all right, because of the time available today, and because it will be the end of the week. It's important to have an update, revised update by then. Okay, so I believe that brings us to an end of issues. If you have any questions or any issues that you wish reviewed or revised, please make a note to the moderator. We could still take very little time to take a crash look at them. So if you have any questions or any issues that you wish reviewed or revised, please make a note to the moderator. We would still have very little time to take a quick look at them, or even actually make a note of them and have them done tomorrow. So again, if you have any questions or any issues that you wish reviewed or revised, please make a note to the moderator. We could still take a very quick look at them before we call it a day. You're not on that Ethereum chart. Some very interesting things are happening. To know that the market is really advancing on that 1 hour, you can interpret. Of course, this is 1, 2, internal 1, internal 2 into that 4. Here there's a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Your correction A, B, C bounced at the top of 1. So you have to always decipher. If you're focused, not under stress, we are always able to hopefully read these levels, or they catch our eye on the chart, so that you know that your trade is good, and at least it will also make your make your profit projections more efficient. So if I know I'm trading this cycle now, this is the double cycle, a 1, 1, 2, and a 1, 2, and we're gonna just do the same size on that bounce. You can see there's 2 lumps. You're going just to really 127.2 above the second cycle. So that's a 3, 4, that's an A, B, C. The labels don't really matter. You have to see behind what's beyond the labels, which is the cycle itself. The cycle itself on that 1 hour chart did the correct bounce exactly at that internal 1. That cycle, same cycle, did another bounce at another internal 1. That internal 1. So this is a bounce point. Okay, so it becomes very, very clear, this bounce point here, this bounce point here, that the cycle is still repeating, and it will just take you really to that yellow, just by coincidence, of course, but you could do 127.2 projections, you get there. This also means if you enter right now, you have to take profit at that yellow arrow. If you enter this right now, that green arrow, you have to take profit at that yellow arrow. Otherwise, we will not be efficient, and we'll have to hold the trade for a much longer time. So final questions for a final call for questions and revisions. If anyone has any questions or issues or revision or even opinion they would like to share, please make a note to the moderator before we call it an end of our session today.